All right. Good afternoon. Good Sunday afternoon. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. This is Deborah Austin from Deborah Austin Coaching coming to you today with my Saturday show called Midlife Marriage Magic. Now, I am a little, you probably are not used to seeing me at this time. It is a little after 4. Well, actually, it's almost 5. But you know how things go in life. Sometimes things do not go according to the plan that you had set up. And so you have to make adjustments. And so instead of not coming on at all, I said, well, let me not use that as an excuse. And I am going to show up, even though I am not at my normal time. So normally on Sunday, you will see me at 4 o'clock. And by this time, I'm probably am off because the show doesn't generally last much longer than about 30 or 45 minutes. It is me coming to you, just sharing generally some tips about something in particular or whatever is going on for the month. For example, this month, y'all, please excuse me. I have still been suffering with a cold. I'm going to put in a cough drop real quickly. But my theme for the month of September is your your purpose, your calling. And my theme for the year is loving you in 2022. And so I am coming on weekly to share something with you that has to do with my current theme. And I hope this doesn't interfere with my talking too much, but I'm going to put my cough drop in now. Hopefully, we'll be okay. So, I am right now on live on YouTube, but I'm also live in my Facebook group called Just Us Conversations with Black Women about midlife marriage. And I am deciding to go live inside of my group for the first time, as far as simultaneously while I'm doing my show, to invite my the women that are in my group to show up on my YouTube channel, because I have a feeling that some of them may not know. I have and am new in this coaching business, and when you are learning, you do the best you can. And so it occurred to me that I'm really not seeing them, and so I thought, well, today, I'll go live inside of the group as well as going live on YouTube. And that way, hopefully, more of them will have an opportunity to see me. So, again, my name is Deborah Austin, and I am the founder of Deborah Austin Coaching. And what I do, I empower Black women to discover their truth and thrive while in midlife marriages. And I do that because that's what I have done. I have had some challenges in my marriage. We actually were on the verge of divorce. A lot of people have no idea about that, but we were. And our challenges lasted a very long time to me. After I sat back and looked at it, I was like, wow, that was almost 10 years that we went through that. But it has also been 10 years ago that we decided to do what we needed to do to get things right and make things work. And so I am now able to say that I know that it is possible, that it doesn't necessarily have to bankrupt you by, spending a whole lot of money on different programs and things, or attorneys and all of that kind of stuff to get your life back. So we decided to do it ourselves. We just really just made the decision to do what it took. And so whatever he needed to make him for me to do to make him feel more loved and valued in our marriage, and he did the same for me. And so it basically is just that. You really just need to get to the point where you both decide that that's what you're going to do, that's what you want to work for. And once that happens, I'm not saying that it's without any challenges, but what does happen is that it does make it a little easier to work through anything that comes up. So I when I was going through that, did not really have a lot of people that I felt comfortable with, or even saw as examples of people who had gone through major struggles. And on the other side, the marriage was actually good. Not that they were just still married, but that the marriage was actually good. My husband and I don't really dwell on our past, on the things that happened anymore. But what I can say is that if either of us wants to talk about what happened back then, it's fine. We talk about it, we move on. Sometimes, believe it or not, we laugh about it. And that to me is definitely a sign that things are truly much better than they were, because there was a lot of time when there was no laughing going on between us. So I said all of that to say that I do have some experience with going through some marital issues and being able to resolve them. And not on top of that, getting back to who I actually am. Because some of us, when we get married, we tend to get lost in the marriage, especially if you have children or you're trying to develop a career and you're focusing on that, and your marriage kind of ends up on the back burner, and sometimes it doesn't make it, or it makes it but it limps along, and you're never really happy, or you decide that the marriage is, is worth it, but ultimately there are still some things that you just don't bring up, you don't talk about. But your marriage shouldn't be that way. So do whatever you need to do in order for you to be happy within your marriage. That's how I look at it. And so I didn't want to be divorced, and I'm fortunate that we weren't divorced, but that could have happened. But even if it did, I had gotten to a place where I was going to be okay with me and what I wanted to do. And I rediscovered my truth. And I'm still discovering my truth and coming up with things that I want to do, and the way that I want to be, and places I want to go for me that are important to me, because my life is mine. It's the only life that I have. And I have decided that I want to do things to have a happy life. So last year in June of 2021, I retired from teaching after 21 years of teaching. And we lived in Atlanta, and we relocated to the beach and golf, because that's what we like to do. So we live in Florida now, and we really love it. We are continuing to discover and do different things in our lives that we possibly, well, I won't say possibly, that we hadn't thought about before. And, that's why I'm here to share with you, to let you know that it is possible, that you don't have to just continue to do and be in the manner that you've always been, or that what others expected of you, because it's your life. So, having said that, this month I have been sharing with you on dealing or discovering your life purpose, and talking to you about visualization. Well, let me just recap with what I have already shared with you. So, on 2 weeks ago, the topic was visualization techniques. And so, when you are trying to achieve and to manifest and create things in your life, you got to know what it is that you want, and you got to sit and think about it. And so, I shared some different visualization techniques. And then last week, I shared some tips with you to discover your life's purpose. And this week, I want to share with you mistakes to avoid when you are following your life's purpose. I'm sorry, purpose. This cough drop is making my mouth a little juicy. But anyway, um, so that's what we're going to talk about today. 4 mistakes to avoid when following your passion. And as I said earlier, I retired from teaching and decided to move and do things that make me happy. And my husband and I are doing these things together. And so that makes it even that much better. So when you are trying to make these kinds of decisions, like what is it that you want to do, sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming. So when you think about following your passion, what does that mean to you? What does following your passion like? People say that a lot. I want you to think about it as a way of taking responsibility for the path that your life follows. You may want to um, try and not make any mistakes while you are doing that. So when you are following your passion, you may say, "Oh, well, maybe I shouldn't do that because of so and so." So if you feel like what you have tried hasn't worked, sometimes we have the tendency to just be like, "This is not going to work out." And if you do that, then clearly you will never accomplish the whatever it was that you were setting out for, because if you didn't do it the first time and it didn't work and then you didn't try it, that it'll never happen because you didn't try it again. So I don't want you to try to control the situation. I want you to um, not do it out of fear, but just to do it out of an intentional result. Do it with making keeping in mind where you want to end up. And then I want to share with you some common mistakes that people make when they are attempting to follow their passion, and things that you should do to avoid them. So, again, if you're watching, thank you for watching. I want to just not forget to ask you to share and to comment, to like, and all those things that will allow other people to find me and know that I'm out here sharing this valuable information. So, again, like, subscribe, follow, comment, share comments, just so that somebody else knows that this information is available for them. So, I do want to share um, four mistakes to avoid when you are following your passion. So the first one is the perfection trap. And if you are like me, and I have found that to be true for me in a lot of different areas in my life, my perfectionism leads to procrastination. And so that is something that could be a hindrance to you in making progress. So if you don't feel like what you think that you want to try is in a line with what you've been doing, that's okay. Don't worry about that. You may want to, when you are pursuing your dreams, come up with this really, really large, grandiose plan, but then it doesn't work out. Don't worry about all of that. Just think about where you ultimately want to go. Take a couple of steps back and think about it. Think about what you can do today that will help you to reach your goal. Pick something small so that you are not overwhelmed. When you've completed that task, look around you, take the next step. So you don't want to stay on that first step until it is in perfection. Do it, step back, evaluate, go to the next step. The other thing, this that was the first one, perfectionism, the perfection trap. The second one is forcing progress. Now, as you start on your journey, you want to look at the options that you have available to you. Notice the ones that hold your interest the most. Do that. Don't do something that is just because someone else said that that's what you ought to do, or that you see someone else doing. And they may be headed in the same direction as you, but that does not mean that they will necessarily take the same steps. So you have to take the steps that are going to be beneficial to you. So, for example, if you are, we'll just take a quick goal of you going to the store and you leave at the same time as your neighbor leaves, and you all are going to the same place, but you don't have to drive the same way. You don't even have to get there at the same time. You may be going the same direction. Ultimately, you're going to end up in the same location, but the arrival time may be different. The path that you get there may be different. So you want to do what you need to do for you so that you can continually work through not forcing progress in a way that is not for you. As you continue to work, you'll get different ideas on what you need to do to go forward. And that will lead to thinking ahead. That it's a path, it all works together. So worrying about what's going to happen in the future, it doesn't matter. That doesn't change anything. It will, however, just add worry to what you're doing. And worrying just, it kind of makes you just not take action. It will stop you in your tracks, and a lot of times you won't even pick back up what you were doing, and you won't ever discover what your passion is because you don't follow it. So when you're thinking ahead, think about the positive ways that you can evolve to get to where it is that you're trying to go. Ask yourself more productive questions to guide your thoughts in the ways that allow you to head that way in a more successful way. Think about the things that can go right. And then the fourth way, let me just recap. So, number one was perfectionism trap. Number two was forcing progress. Number three was thinking ahead negatively. And number four was making fear your enemy. So, when you are following your heart and you are going after your dreams, fear will frequently rear its head. I actually shared with my husband I don't know if it was earlier today or if it was yesterday, but one of the things that I want to do, and I don't know where it came from, but I do want to do it. I want to go for a ride in a hot air balloon, but I don't want it to be, I mean, in a way, I kind of want it to be in an exotic kind of place. Now, how I'm going to make that happen, I don't know yet, but I know it can happen. So I'm thinking about it, I'm mulling it over. Is it going to happen next week? Probably not. But in my future, as I am thinking about how to make this happen, I have some things here that I can make sure that I avoid so that I am able to make it happen and not stop somewhere along the way. So the perfectionism, forcing progress, thinking ahead negatively, and making fear your enemy. If you want to make fear your enemy because it is something that will keep you from doing whatever you want to do. If you want to follow your passion, you have to feel your fear. You just step into it. If it's there, step into it and go through it, and you will just feel better. It's just, I'm sure if you've ever thought about something that you've done in your life that you were fearful of, but then you did it and you were just so proud of yourself just by overcoming that fear. So think about these things when you are following your passion. You have to start looking inside yourself for answers and stop asking for permission. You have to stop making excuses for why you cannot take action. Asking for permission is one of those things. Whether you actually verbally do it or you are just holding on to those thoughts mentally, is this okay for me to do? Yeah, yes, you living your dreams and don't want to hold yourself back. So, um, these were today, I shared with you 4 mistakes to avoid when following your passion. So, this is going to actually lead me into some things that I wanted to share with you that are going on in my business. So, next month, coming up, I am, as I said before, each month I have a theme, and this month has been your purpose, your calling. And my theme for the year is love yourself, love your marriage. And so next month, our focus is going to be on marriage. And so one of the things that I am looking at doing is holding a workshop. Well, not a workshop, but it's actually a 2-day intensive called Love Yourself, Love Your Marriage. And in this program, I will be sharing with you how you can learn to love yourself and ultimately learn to love your marriage. So I did want to share with you what is going to be in the program. I have not um, published the um, the link for you to purchase yet, but I want to kind of get it out here and give you a little time to think about it and make sure that this is going to be a good fit for you. And you can even give me a call and we can chat and see if it will work for you. But it is going to be the weekend of October the 22nd and the 23rd on a Saturday and a Sunday. As I said, it's a 2-day intensive. It's got 6 sessions. And to start, sessions 1 and 2, we'll be taking stock of uh, who you are now. So we're going to discover who you are now. And then secondly, we are going to determine what makes your heart sing. So that's the first 2 sessions. The next 2 sessions are breaking through your limiting beliefs, the barriers of limiting beliefs. And those are the things that you think about, and they keep you from making progress. They keep you from even sometimes attempting or even thinking that certain things are possible. So we want to discover what yours are, break through them, and then we will actually have a vision board creation as a part of the day. And that will be the fourth session and the last session on Saturday, so that on Sunday, when we come back, we can begin to design, take inspired action, and embrace your awesome purpose driven life with fresh energy. So the sessions on Sunday are going to come off of what we do on Saturday. So I will give way more details. I'm actually going to come on and do a live just about the program itself, but I did want to go ahead and share it with those of you that are on with me today. And if you do end up signing up, I wanted to share with you that we are going to be providing 3 bonuses. So one of the bonuses, the first bonus that I'm so excited about, is a marriage manifestation kit that is actually going to be physically mailed to you. So let me share with you a little bit about my marriage manifestation and intention setting kit. Everything you need to manifest what you want in life and your marriage. You just add your intentions. So, in your marriage manifestation and intention setting kit, you will receive marriage and personal affirmations to guide your vision. You'll receive some sage. So, it is, if you're not familiar, and I actually have some here, I burn sage frequently, generally when I am trying to focus and get some clarity. That is actually what it is for. It cleanses the air, and it um, allows you to create your highest potential. Y'all, I know you probably see me still keep looking over. I am looking, there's a window right over here, and there are lizards on the window, and they keep crawling up. So, but it catches my eye. But there's nothing wrong. But I was just like, what is that over there? But anyway, it's lizards. You also get a grounding stone that would look like. It's just a small grounding stone that will be in there. And the purpose of it is to carry with you as a physical reminder to stay grounded and focused. I also have, I left a part of it. I have to show you when I do the whole program on it. I'll be sure that I have the whole kit in front of me. But you'll receive sand and seashells in a bottle to remind you of your happy place. Now I couldn't fit a mountain in there if you are a mountain person, but just it will still be representative. You will have a tea light candle so that when you are sitting and doing your intention setting, that you can light a candle to help you to focus. And I also include a chocolate kiss, which is a symbol of love, a reminder to love yourself throughout this process and enjoy your journey. And the last thing that I include in there is my business card to keep us connected and let you know that I am here for you. So that is the very first bonus that you get. It's the physical bonus, and I know that you will love it. So just make sure that you sign up in time so that you can get it. The other two bonuses are you will get a download of my marriage manifestation kit, I'm sorry, journal, which I actually reviewed last month, the month of August. I was on providing marriage prompt, the journaling prompts that are inside of the manifestation journal. So you will receive this as a free download. And then the third bonus is a free check-in with me 30 days after the program is over for that weekend. So I hope that you will be joining me. I want to have a minimum of 6 participants so that because we'll be going into breakup rooms, and I want you to be able to have a partner and not have to have it to be on thirds. But if we end up with an odd number, we just end up with an odd number. Or maybe I'll go in a room and work with that person. So it is going to be a very intensive day, but it will be so beneficial to you, and you'll be glad that you joined. So, I will be providing more information on it. I actually may come on and do a live tomorrow to share with you, but just keep a watch out for when I'm coming back live, and I will be sure to let you know that that's what's going on. But in the meantime, just look for me. I'm doing periodically just hop on live just to share a quick tip with you. I've been sharing a midlife marriage minutes on Mondays and tools for growth on Tuesdays. Wellness wellness tips on Wednesdays. Throwback Thursdays is my intent. I've been trying to find some good pictures of my husband and myself to use for Throwback Thursdays. I want to try to find some pictures of us from um, either before we married or early in our marriage. So those are the kind of things I'm going to be looking for. And on Friday, I hope you saw my intimacy igniter. And those will be popping up. It's not me live, but it is a post that I share with you on ways to increase the intimacy in your marriage. And I'll just share real quickly. The one that I shared on Friday was to make a bucket list of fall dates, of things that you can do over the fall. So you all just got that tip if you didn't see it earlier. So and then Saturday, ways to spice it up. And so if you haven't heard of this, I'll share this one real quickly. Sense play in the bedroom. So you pick one of your five senses and then you focus on that and just be creative. Share in the comments with me some of the things that you come up with. So, again, I am Deborah Austin. I am going to be heading off for today. But if you are watching this in the replay, please leave some comments. Um, if you made it all the way to the end of the replay, just give me 3 hearts and let me know that you were here. So again, I ask you to like, share, to comment, to subscribe, and join me again. I will be here next Sunday at 4 p.m. I'm actually going to be traveling next week now that I think about it. So not sure what next week's show is going to be, but we'll see how I work it out because I actually may be driving or riding because I won't be driving. My husband and I are going to be on a trip next weekend. So anyway, just look for me. If you don't catch me live, of course you can always catch me on the replay. And if you are one of those people that does catch me on the replay and you are giving me comments, thank you so much. And remember to share with your friends. My name is Deborah Austin. I empower Black women and men to discover their truth and thrive in midlife marriages at this stage. We don't want you to lose yourself. I want you to get to know you again. What do you like? Who are you? And how's that marriage going? And I'm going to share some ways that if it's not going so well and you're interested in working on it, I can help you with that. So give me a call. My information will be in the comments. I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Hope you've had one. And I hope that your week goes well going forward. So I will see you next Sunday. Take care. Sunday at 4. I'll see you then. Make midlife marriage magic. Take care.